Hey everyone, how is it going? This is Noor Siddiq and you are watching Code Lovers. Let's learn some tags we are gonna write inside the body tags. When we browse pages on the internet, the content we see over there from the body tags. Contents from the body tag gets visible on the pages. The first tag inside the body tag we are gonna learn is the heading tag to define title of anything. Heading tags are H1 to H6. As you can see here, H1 opening tag and H1 closing tag followed by a forward slash. So heading tag has opening and ending tag, and there are 6 heading tags available in HTML. Let's go ahead and reload this. Wow, there are 6 tags. So as you can see here, H1 is the largest tag, which means text inside the H1 tag become the largest heading, or the H1 creates the largest heading and the H6 creates the smallest heading. So whenever we need to write some headings or title of anything, we use heading tag H1 to H6. Again, H1 is the largest one and H6 is the smallest one. Now I want to write my website title like welcome my website, and this is going to be a heading. Welcome to my website. Okay, and let's remove these things. Save and reload. Welcome to my website. This is when user visit my website. I wanted to give a welcome message like welcome to my website, and under this welcome message I want a horizontal line. So how I can do that? I need to write a horizontal rule tag. This is simply HR tag. This HR will create a horizontal line. Wow, I found a horizontal line below my website heading. This horizontal tag is called horizontal rule, and as you can see here, this tag has no end tag and it is called self closing tag. This tag defines a thematic break in the page. So what we learned, horizontal tag is something that doesn't require any end tag or closing tag like the other tags, H1 tag or H2 tag or maybe the title tag, but it is only start tag, and start tag is sufficient for the horizontal rule tag. Now I want some paragraphs below the horizontal tag, like I want to give my business mission, or maybe write something about my website, what user should see, or how I can provide services through my business to the customers. So let just see here, there are some paragraphs, and like this paragraph, let's copy this, and I wanted to write paragraph below the horizontal line. Then I need to create p tag. P tag is basically paragraph tag. The text inside the paragraph tag represents a paragraph in the web page, and browser is smart enough to understand that whenever we provide a p tag, browser will understand, okay, this is a paragraph tag, and it will surface the content, the text, like a paragraph. Let's go ahead and reload this. Fantastic, we found a paragraph inside the horizontal line. But if you notice here, the text within the paragraph is color. Maybe the color is another thing, this is style, so we need not to worry about the color, but the text inside the paragraph is bold and italic. Quite easy, this is also bold and italic. Now we will learn how to create some of the text inside the paragraph, or some of that, how we can make some of the paragraphs italic and bold. So if you find here pattern based writing, the pattern based writing, quick and easy program. So quick and easy, we will need to create this line italic and bold. How we can create italic? If you just go in front of the text and let's make a quick little bigger. I need a tag, m tag, and m closing tag. Cool. So this m tag represents emphasize, which means emphasis means make this line inside the m tag italic. Let's go ahead and reload this. Fine, as you can see here, this became italic, which means the text inside the m tag becomes italic. Now this is bold as well, right? So we can add here the strong tag. Strong opening tag and strong closing tag. Strong closing tag. Let's make a little small so we can see clearly what we did. First, the emphasis tag, m tag, made this text italic, and the strong tag, the strong opening tag and closing tag, is gonna make this text bold as well. Let's save and reload. Fantastic, this is now bold and italic. So let's do some other practices, like make it bold first. Quite easy. Okay, create here a strong tag, strong opening and closing tag. Copy and a forward slash to close this tag. So the text inside the strong tag is going to be bold. Let's go ahead and reload this. Yep, this is bold now. And now we're going to make it italic with the help of m tag. M start tag and m closing tag. Let's reload this. Yep, this is bold and italic now. So just to quickly recap what we learned from here, h1 or any h tag creates heading tag. Horizontal HR horizontal rule tag is a self-closing tag and it creates a thematic line break in the pages. And then the P tag creates paragraph, right? And within the paragraph, there are some italic and bold tags. Through the M tag, we can make text italic, and so with the help of strong tag, we can make text bold. M tag, strong tag, paragraph tag. What if we need another paragraph below this paragraph? Let's copy that thing. Okay, let's copy this one. What we need to do, we will write p tag and paste the text inside the p tag, and we should get another paragraph, right? Let's go ahead and reload this. Fantastic, we found another paragraph. But if you notice here, before the paragraph there is two headings with different colors. Let's say we want to create this paragraph, this heading for this paragraph. How we can do that? We need h tag to create heading. Maybe h1 is the largest and we can use h3 tag. Paste the title of this paragraph, and h3 tag is gonna create a title or heading like this for this paragraph. Let's reload this. Yes, now we found a title for this paragraph, and if you notice here, this is a h3 tag where this title is a h1 tag. And I think now you can understand difference between the different heading tags. h1 is to h3. h1 is the largest, and h2, h3, h4 are the smallest accordingly. So what we learned, just to quickly recap, we learned a big heading tag h1. We learned a horizontal line we can create through horizontal rule tag. A paragraph can be created with the help of p tag, paragraph tag. If we want to make some text bold and italic, for bold we need strong, and for italic we need m tag. And if we want to create a title for any paragraph, we can use heading tag like h3, h2, h4, and so on. I want to introduce two more tags, big and small. What if you want to make the S alphabet a little big than the other alphabets in the section word? So to make the S a little big, we can use big tag. big start tag and big end tag. This big tag is going to make this alphabet S a little bit bigger than the other alphabets. Let's go ahead and run this and notice carefully this S is going to become a little bigger than the other alphabets. Did you notice S become a little larger than the other alphabets? And at the same time, I want to create the C a little smaller than the other alphabets. Create a tag here, small and small end tag. That's it. Now this small tag is going to make this C alphabet a little smaller than the other alphabets. Let's go ahead and reload this. Did you notice C became a little smaller than the other alphabets? So the big tag created the S alphabet a little bigger than the other alphabets, and the small tag created the C alphabet a little smaller than the other alphabets in the word section. Alright, now let me add some extra spaces here and some extra lines. Enter. What should I see? I should see some spaces in front of this paragraph, and there are some white spaces, new lines below this heading, right? Let's go ahead and run this. Nothing happened. Where is my white spaces? Where is my new lines? I was supposed to see the new lines or spaces in front of this paragraph or in front of this paragraph, but this is not the process to add spaces in HTML. HTML doesn't care about any white spaces or new lines created hitting the enter. It just doesn't care. You might write here thousands of new lines hitting the enter button on your keyboard, but it will remain the same. But essentially, you may require to add some new lines or breaks here, right? How you can do that? I am going to introduce another tag here, break tag. And this break tag essentially should create new line here. Let's go ahead and run this. Yes, I found a new line. Let me write another break. Reload. Okay, another new line. How we can add new line or break in between the lines? Through the break tag. And if you notice here, this break, the one break is for one new line and the another break is for another new line. So also you can notice here the break tag is a self-closing tag. It has only start tag, no end tag, like p tag, like h tag. it is similar to the horizontal rule tag. What we learned? The break tag has only start or opening tag with the tag name BR. This is a self-closing tag, right? Let me remove these white spaces and comments and break and make them together. Also, let's remove this horizontal rule tag, and they are very adjacent to each other. Like, let's go ahead and save this and see what happens and make it a little bigger. So the heading, paragraph, another heading, and the another paragraph. What happened here? So the heading is the top thing, and below the heading the paragraph is immediately took place, but you can see here some spaces. Why is that? Because we didn't provide any spaces here. So here is one thing you need to learn. Each tag in HTML maintains its default height and width. Like, this is a heading tag, H1 tag. A particular tag in HTML has its own font size. H1 for text in H1 has particular font size, and text in H3 has particular font size, and text inside the paragraph tag has particular font size, and this tag has particular height and width. This paragraph has particular height and width. This H3 tag has particular height and width. A particular tag in HTML has its own font size and margins like left margin, right margin, top and bottom. Each tag maintains particular spaces at the top, at the bottom, at the left and at the right. Thus, they took their own spaces. Though the code is together one after another without spaces, but each tag took their own height and width as well as the font sizes. This is very important thing in HTML. Each and every tags in HTML has their own height and width and particular font sizes. If you notice here, this link is clickable. If you click here, the URL is gonna change. Let's click here. Here is the URL, right? And this is the main article. So we are gonna make this thing clickable, which means when it is clicked, it will redirect to another page. We call it hyperlink. How we can create hyperlink? We'll need to create anchor tag, a tag. So the a tag consists href, the source URL, the URL where it will be redirected when it is clicked, and the closing tag. So inside the href, we are gonna put the link where it will be redirected, and we're gonna copy the text in between the start and end tag, right? So the anchor start tag consists the URL where it is going to be redirected once it is clicked, and then the hyperlink, the text is going to be hyperlinked, and then the closing tag. Let's go ahead and reload this. Okay, this become hyperlinked. It redirects to the page where it was supposed to be redirected. Let's go back. Now I do not want to stay when it is clicked in the same page. I might want to redirect to the page in another tab. Like when I will click here, it will automatically open another tab and load the page. How I can do that? So after in the start tag, I will set target equal to underscore blank. Let's set this and reload. Okay, did you notice when this hyperlink is clicked, it automatically opened another tab and loaded the URL, right? This is also a attribute. href is one attribute, target equal to blank is another attribute, and inside the quotation the link is href attributes value, and underscore blank is the value of attribute, value of key target. So attribute is the key value pair, and when we need to create hyperlink like this, we will link the URL as value of href, and if we want to open this link in another tab instead of the current tab, we need to set target equal to underscore blank. Another thing we might want to learn, like below this paragraph there is a big image of book, so we might want to see the book picture below this paragraph. So I am gonna copy the image address. So here is the image address. This is the image URL in the internet. Let's copy this, and below this paragraph I wanted to introduce another tag called image tag. So if you notice here, image tag is also self-closing tag. Just it is sandwiched between less than and greater angle brackets. So here the source is the image source. So image source, what is our image source here? Our image source is an URL from the internet. Let's paste here the image source. So this source is available and we can access this image from the internet, as you can see here. Alright, and there are some Other attributes we can add in the image tag: alter equal to book image. This alter is not gonna appear in the web page, but we are providing information if the image is broken or the image is not available at some point. It will show the altered word or altered keywords for the image. And also we can set image height and width, a particular height and width for a particular image, as we required in our web pages. Let's go ahead and reload this. Fantastic. So below the web page we can see the image of the book. So in the image tag or in HTML, there are two file paths: absolute and relative. The image we have taken from the internet, this is an internet image, this is an absolute file path. So an absolute file path is the URL to an internet file. Also, the relative file path points to a file relative to the current page. What is the current page? So if you notice here, we are in the directory HTML learning, that the folder we have created at the very beginning, and index.html file is inside this directory, and I have images folder, and inside the images folder I have one image, node.jpg. So this is my image actually. So what if we want to insert this node.jpg instead of this source? What we will do, I will remove this URL and type here / my image folder is images and image name is node.jpg. Alter is alter equal to quotation new image, and I can set height and width. Height equal to 80 and width equal to 80. Let's go ahead and save this. Awesome. I can see my image from my computer, not from the internet link. This image path is relative because this image is from relative path to the index.html. This image exists in the same directory where index.html exists, not from the absolute path, the image internet link. So I hope now it makes sense to you the difference between absolute and relative path. Whenever we are importing any image or attaching any image or any file from computer or from a particular directory or from a particular folder, this is called relative file path. And if any file path is from internet, any image location, any file location, this is called absolute file path. Well, my friends, Please feel free to pause the video and practice yourself. I hope you are practicing with me and learning. Sometimes we may write some chemical composition, like in chemistry, the chemical composition of oxygen is O2, and essentially the two needed to be subscript text, and we can create subscript text by subtext. Subtag start and subtag end. This subtag is gonna create two as subscript text. Let's go ahead and reload this. Okay, the chemical composition is O2 and 2 became subscript. Also, sometimes we may require to work with mathematical expression like x power 4, and essentially the 4 needed to be superscript, and with the help of subtext, sub is gonna make this number 4 superscript text slash sub. Let's go ahead and run this. X to the power 4. The power of x is 4. Here the subtext made the two subscript, and the subtext, the sub tag made the 4 superscript. How cool is that? So we have learned tons of things and a lot of tags. There are tons of tags you can learn. We just tried some basic tags. Our friends at W3 school showed several tags. As you can see here, these are the list of tags. Please go ahead and check this out if you want to learn more tags from here. And these are the basic tags you need to learn to create your own web pages. So the chemical composition of oxygen and the subscript and superscript is clearly adjacent to this picture, so I might want to move this a little bit down. So I can add a break tag here and save this, reload. Yeah, it's now below, the text is now below the picture. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, feel free to share with your friends and colleagues, and do not forget to subscribe my channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.